Oh, hey!
Funny seeing you here.
Hi, I'm Ines Ventura, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the San Francisco Foghorn.
And I'm Dakota Duran, and I'm the managing editor of the Foghorn. And today,
we're going to be answering some frequently asked questions.
Woo! What Foghorn? So we're starting with what is the Foghorn? The Foghorn is the student newspaper of the University of San Francisco, and we cover the sports, arts and culture, opinion, and news of our campus, and we have been in production since 1903.
So why is it called the Foghorn? So if you're ever out near the bay and you hear like those horns that are blowing, that is what a foghorn is. It's, as the name suggests, something that boats use to help each other communicate that there is a boat coming, because it's not very visible with the dense fog that we get here in San Francisco. So it's kind of like a play on that word, and that we are like an amplifier of the students' voices.
When does the Foghorn come out? The Foghorn comes out every Thursday of the semester. Our first week of production is going to be February 12th, so be sure to be on the lookout for our first issue of spring coming out then. However, we do adjust for breaks, so when there's a holiday break, we do not publish that week. But yeah, every Thursday.
And where can I find a copy of the Foghorn? So we do circulate print copies of the Foghorn, as well as publish our articles online. You can always read any article of the Foghorn at sffoghorn.org.
It's .com.
Is it .com? We pay for the domain. It's .com.
Yep.
But you could also find physical copies of the paper around campus in the green news boxes that you'll see will be labeled San Francisco Foghorn. There are some all around campus. There's one outside of Gleason, some on main campus, one over in the School of Education, and now we are adding ones to Lone Mountain.
Get ready?
Next.
Okay.
So how do you write for the Foghorn? So anyone who comes to our campus and is a student here is welcome to write for the Foghorn. You could fill out our interest form, which you can find linked in our Instagram bio, or you could email the Foghorn directly at sffoghorn1903@gmail.com, and the section editors will add you to their mailing list that has their story ideas that they send out every Monday that we are in production.
Do I have to be a journalism student to write for the Foghorn? Absolutely not. You do not have to be a journalism student. We actually do have a lot of students who are comp sci majors, environmental studies majors, and they love writing about those academics that they are interested in. And because you have two journalism students who can help you out, you can be of any major of any sort, and we love to get different writers in every major. It's super fun.
So, do I have to be on paid staff to write for the Foghorn? So you do not have to be a part of our editorial staff to be a contributor to the Foghorn. There is always the opportunity to become a paid staff member when we do our hiring processes at the beginning of the fall semester and halfway through when we transition to spring semester. But contributing writers can always contribute. You don't have to have the same responsibilities as someone being paid on staff. So it's not really restricted.
Do I get paid to write for the Foghorn? You can. That is totally an option. At the end of every semester, we have applications open for the positions available that semester. It can range from being an editor yourself, a general assignment reporter, photographer, etc. However, if you are not on paid staff, you unfortunately are not paid, but you still get a lot of writing experience, which is super cool.
What is...
She's a sticky one.
The editing process like for the Foghorn? So we have 3 editing sessions during our production weeks, and depending on what section of the paper you write for, you would be coming into our office for edits either on a Sunday or Monday evening. But the process, much like group projects that you're involved in, we do everything through Google Docs. So when we're in editing sessions, all of us here in the office are actively on the document of your story, leaving edits, having questions, leaving suggestions, and stuff like that. So it's really helpful when writers come into the office to actually discuss their pieces in person. But edits typically take a few evenings to do because it's a lot of like communication just through the computer of us editors leaving suggestions and then you as the writer addressing them, and then the process goes on from there.
Why? If I can get it. Why should I write for the Foghorn? Because we're so cool and fun, obviously. But on a serious note, I think coming into USF, I was obviously very scared to join a lot of organizations, especially the Foghorn, because it looks so professional. But I do think once I've joined it, I think I have met the most amazing people ever. And I think I've gotten so much writing experience that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else. And it's just super cool for your resume. I think it's a very good thing to add that you wrote an article that was in the paper. And yeah, even if you're not a journalism student, I think you get a cool little extracurricular to add. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, we are a platform that exists for the students and we're managed completely by students. So why not is really the question. It's your platform and you should use it for your advantage.
Preach. Love that. Okay. Thank you so much for watching our YouTube video, and we hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. And join the Foghorn using this subscribe button right here. And yeah. Boom!
Explosion.